Last Ronin, number 2. This book is literally on fire.
Oh my god. Put it out.
What? I'm
Put it
about
ruin
to.
it.
I'm about to.
Okay.
So when issue 1 got announced, there was like a massive low print run. So you were lucky to get that book if you did.
Oh, there it is.
But anyway, so apparently this book has been the most like highly anticipated book, and apparently it broke records for copies printed. So everyone's like super stoked about the book. We get a little bit.
Issue 2 did?
Yes. So what we get in this book is more backstory of what happened to the turtles, why Michelangelo is really the only one alive. We don't get quite to that point. We find out what happened to April. April is a mess. She's got 2 prosthetics, like robot prosthetics. One is her left arm and the right leg. So there was apparently some kind of... So what we get in this book is basically we time jump. So we see that, and then we go to where the turtles are alive. And we get a scene where April is has been proposed to by Casey Jones, and so they're going to get married, but they need to announce it to the turtles because the turtles will be pissed if anybody marries April O'Donnell. I think I said that right. I think her last name is O'Donnell. Okay. I can't remember. April. And so they're getting dinner ready, and right before the turtles are late, April's really concerned. She's like, they're never late. And then Raphael just flies through the house covered in blood. And he's like, get him in here now. And you turn, and Donatello and Michelangelo have Splinter, and Splinter is just ripped to shreds. He's not looking good. And what happened is they got ambushed by the Foot. And what happened apparently was that they had a truce. The Turtles had a truce with the Foot Clan, and they broke the treaty. And they ambushed him before they could get to this dinner. And they essentially killed Splinter. They fucked him up. So yeah, Raphael clears the table. This nice dinner gone. They put his body on there, and they're like, we need to get this guy fixed. April's like, I'll try. We need to figure out what wounds he has and which ones are the most serious, and just work from there, work up.
Yeah. And
Raph is pissed. He's like, we had this treaty. I'm gonna go out and kill them. I'm over this. This is war. And before he can go, Leonardo shows up, and he's like, stop. We need to compose ourselves. This isn't worth it. They have an argument. They continue to try to focus on Splinter, and when they finally figure out what they're going to do, they realize that Ralph took off without them, and he goes and fights the Foot, and he slaughters them. He kills a shit ton of Foot Clan, and I don't know the character that is the head of the Foot at this point. It's a woman that I think is related to Shredder. They go at it. They fight. They're like, this is to the death, and they start going at it, and they're like, Ralph's got like arrows and spears stuck into him. He's gonna die, and he goes out in a blaze of glory. Like, he grabs her, the woman ninja, the head of the ninja clan, the Foot, and he literally jumps off of a bridge with her, and he holds her to drown her in the ocean.
Damn.
And they're fighting, and she pulls out like this like brass knuckle thing, but it's got spikes on it, and she just puts it into Ralph's head from the bottom of the jaw, and he stabs her through the stomach to the back with his sai, and they float down to the bottom, and he dies. And the end scene is his sai floating to the top of the, like, floating, and I was like, oh shit. So then we cut to Michelangelo in present, and he's having a dialogue again with his dead brothers. Like, he's in the first book, he was literally, the ghosts are talking to him, like voices in his head, and he's just upset. He's mourning his brothers still, and so he's literally making tea with the ghosts of the dead turtles, and just trying to think if he could have done anything different. And after that, we cut back to April. And April has set up dinner for Michelangelo, and he's like, thanks. And they just kind of try to catch up. And what he finds out is Casey and April had a child, and they named it named her Casey. So there is a daughter of lineage between Casey Jones and April, and so now she has been learning the ways of the turtle. She had a book from Splinter. She's been learning all different kinds of martial arts, and so she wants to help Mikey get revenge on on his family. And so that's kind of how the book goes. It's just like he's getting ready to go again, try to attack again the Foot Clan and the great-great-grandson of Shredder in this book. And so it's him finding out that he has more allies than he really realizes, and that he doesn't have to do it alone. The crazy thing about this book, and I'm going to need Ron to confirm with me. So this story was originally like a draft that never got published by the original guys that wrote Ninja Turtles, right?
Okay.
So at one point, Casey is being told a story by Michelangelo of like what he did when after his brothers died. And so like here's the artwork, right? Like this is the artwork of the book. You know, it's modern, it's gritty, but it's really good looking, right? Mm-hmm. When he tells the story of what he did after his brothers died and he retreated, we cut to, I think, is original artwork from the story that they inserted into the book.
Oh, shit.
So it looks like original turtle artwork.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm almost certain this is like the original artwork that they were going to use before they didn't tell the story.
Right.
So really cool storytelling tool of showing what the story was going to be and what the story is now, and like the finished written story of this book. Mm-hmm. So, you know, the book ends with Casey basically saying like, you don't have a choice. I'm going to help you get your revenge. And Mikey's like, yeah, okay, I guess. Like, I can't stop you. Then we cut to April. Now, this is where I just don't know my turtle lore as well as I should. She, you know, while they're having their discussions, she sees a safe that she has, and she pulls out a robot head that apparently is an android that was in the older original comics. I have no idea the significance of that, but it's supposedly supposed to be the big twist of this book. Either way, just because I don't know that stuff, this book is... I never read the original Turtle comic books. I only watched the cartoon when I was a kid, and I had the toys, and I played the arcade game like you did, Nate.
Yep.
And that's my experience with the Turtles is the Nickelodeon version of the Turtles. This is what the original comic book used to be like. It was gory, it was bloody, it wasn't made for kids.
Yeah.
And this is definitely achieving that. I'm really digging it. I'm just digging the shit out of it. I'm having a lot of fun with it, and I'm glad I picked it up because it's not only is it a fun story, but these are, you know, a hot commodity right now. And so if I ever decide to sell it, I'm sure I'd make it good coin.
Nice. So is each issue $9?
Yeah.
So it's like super thick.
It's super thick, and it's a nice. It's like a trade material.
Is it like premium format, like larger than a traditional?
Yeah, it's like
book?
magazine.
Okay, gotcha.
Because like the other one is like that too. Like it's the same. It's actually a little thicker.
Throw a regular comic book on top of that, so I can get a.
Here's our next book that we're going to talk about.
Okay, yeah. Totally.
So it's cool. That's why this book is why my pull was so expensive.
Yeah, just this one book, huh?
Well, no, obviously I picked up another book that we're about to talk about, but yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun, and it, for me, like I said, it kind of reevaluates how I view the Turtles because it's really fucking violent. Like it's not made for kids. Like it's an adult turtle story.
Yeah, no doubt.